Hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of today's video is my views on adult friendships. Friends are people that we meet throughout our life journey and we keep them close to our hearts. We love them like their family. They support us, we support them, we care about each other and we become family. It's kind of like family that you created for yourselves. I mean, they mean the world to you. In most cases, they are the ones that actually care about you more than your family ever will. Adult friendships are hard to maintain for a lot of reasons, but they can be, narrowed down and we can work through those issues and try to make it work. Because if you really love your friends and they love you back, then you guys know that you are gonna do this forever till you're 60, 80, I mean for a lifetime. So these minor setbacks are just minor things. Like time, we grow apart because we suddenly busy in our lives. Maybe we work in different industries or went to different schools. That's how the drift starts happening, which is okay. Just because we are drifting apart, it doesn't mean that we don't love each other like we used to, or we don't value each other like we used to. We just outgrow each other. We meet new people who are filling the gap that you used to fill, and that's completely fine. We go through different life journeys that makes us not connect like we used to when we were still young, and that is also okay. And the older we get, man, we don't have time. Some people will take this as a joke and think, Hori, we just don't want to make time, because you do make time to things that like are a priority to you or things that matter the most to you. But in general, we don't. Or in most cases, when I have time, the other one doesn't have time. So, time plays a huge role. I am honestly thankful for social media, the statuses that we update on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, the things that we retweet. I feel like those things are the ones that help us kind of keep in touch, even though we are not there for each other every day, but we get to know what kind of things still interest you, what kind of jokes you still find funny, like what you're going through in life during certain phases. For some people, what they are experiencing, because usually some people post every update, those kind of people where, you can see them, they're saying, I'm going to take a bath. Tomorrow it's going to be a big day, and tomorrow vele you can see outfits, pictures, how busy. I came back home late. Like you are kind of in touch without being in touch. And in other cases, some statuses forces you guys to engage and communicate. Some statuses ask questions or they trigger your views where you'd want to respond with your opinion, and the conversations just start like that. And you get to know the next person even more. But one thing about adult friendships, adults are mean. Adults are mean. We were talking one time with my sister, we were laughing at the fact that when it comes to peer pressure, as adults, we don't pressure you by telling you, Hori, do this, don't do that. You just feel the vibe that in order to fit in, you need to do that. But when it comes to primary school kids and kindergarten kids, those ones, they tell you live that if you don't do this, you won't sit with us break. I used to think they were mean compared to teenagers, but now that I'm an adult, adults are mean. Going back to the status thing, people will post things that are so insensitive. And those things have nothing to do with their lives but your life. And even though you don't want to feel attached or act like Cinderella and fit the shoe, but you can see, man, If this person agrees with this status, it means this is their view of me. For example, there was this funny status last year that I read that said, what did it say? It said, why do people like asking me and my siblings why we look like each other? They should understand Hori. Pelagona, we share a mother and a father, unlike them. And it's touching. It's sad, but at the same time, you're like, okay, that's so funny and true, Lokshin life. But sharing it on your profile while you have friends who probably, that's just mean. It's very mean. On the next few slides, I just want to show you examples of these statuses that I'm talking about. I'm gonna attach screenshots and please read them and wonder if you've ever felt offended with any of these, or you've posted this and now when you think about it, you feel like you were offending like one of your friends indirectly without knowing. When I was planning to shoot this video, I used to find it so weird and funny, and I mean, because I'm one of those people who, I don't want to say I don't have friends, because I know I have friends and they'll get offended if I say I don't have friends, but I have very limited friends, very limited. Like to a point where if I were to post a status right now and say who wants to hang out, like legit no one would comment, because like I'm expecting a response from like what, 3 people? 3 friends and a partner that I'm dating maybe. It sucks. It sucks. Which is why I cannot even make a video about how to have successful friendships as adults or how to make friends as an adult, because I'm still learning, Gabon. Like I'm still trying to learn how to open myself up to new friendships, how to, I don't know what to call it, how to keep in touch. Because in most cases, we tend to chat the first few times that we have met, wherever we met, whether it was at a function somewhere. We keep in touch for the first few weeks, and then from there we don't talk. We just comment on each other's statuses here and there, saying, hey, you look good today. Oh, I couldn't agree with you. Oh, I relate to this status. And then eventually, it's just one of the numbers that views your status. Your guys don't talk anymore. Yeah, eventually you feel like maybe they blocked you because you never see their statuses anymore, and then someday, months later, 6 months later, you see them posting and you're like, oh, so they still have my number. It is what it is. Which goes to this trend that's going on recently about how you should stop greeting people and initiating conversations to see how many dead flowers you've been watering. I beg to differ with that statement. I feel like there's nothing wrong if you're the one who's always reaching out. Even if you're not asking for anything, but you're just checking up on how your friends are doing because you probably miss them or something. That is okay. You just being true to yourself. That's who you are. And Bona, they are just the receivers. That's who they are. Another thing, what would happen if, you don't reach out only to find out that they were going through the most and you didn't know, all because you were thinking about watering dead plants? Because let's be quite honest, as adults, I don't want to talk about mental illnesses, but as adults, we go through the most, and excuse me, and if you've ever had any mental illness like anxiety or depression, you know that as a person, you know when you need help, you know when you're spiraling down, like you know it, you feel it, but you just can't help it. Like you can't. And you know you have friends who have told you, if you ever need me, I'm here for you, those kind of things, but you can't. Like, what do you say to them? Hey, I need help. you know, it's sad, man. It's sad. So if you are the type of person who likes reaching out to your friends, don't stop because of what social media standards are saying. Continue reaching out and maintaining that friendship. You don't know, you might probably be saving a life. And I'd like to say to my friends, I'm here for you if you ever need me. And you know that, like for me, they know that, you know, I'm that person who'll always avail myself whenever they need help. But I just want to add to this story of needing help. Please tell me how I can help you. There was a time last year, I think two of my friends, I think one was my cousin, two of my friends were sharing very sad statuses. Like, you know, when someone shares very deep and like sad statuses, like things like life is not fun, what's the point of living, but it's cold, so you're not sure if they came across this quote and they just wanted to remind us to check up on our friends. Like those quotes, check up on your friends, mental illness is real. You don't know if they're posting because they are currently going through that, or they're posting just to remind us, or we need to check out on our friends. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's sad. But I remember this thing got to a point where, like, I'd see the statuses all the time and I'd keep on telling my family that today she posted this, until it hit me in a dream and I was like, fuck it, just reach out. But that's the thing, that's why we're afraid of reaching out, because sometimes we send comforting words on your statuses with a response, and you, as a person who has an issue, you're the one who's supposed to tell us that, you know what, I'm not okay, I need help, or I need this, or can you please do this for me, or come check up on me. Because to be quite honest, we are afraid of being seen as nosy people or those things, man. If you wanted to talk to me straight, you would have told me instead of posting on your status. Do you get what I'm saying? So it becomes awkward when you post about you being sad on a status, or it's like, are you posting so that I ask, or maybe you wanted someone else to see the status? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just want to say, if any of my friends are viewing this, which I doubt, please, if you ever need help or you feel like you're not okay, try to not, you can post on your status, but try to at least reach out to me so that even if you just say hi after you saw that I saw your status, that would be much better, because then the conversation can start and we can find how we can support you, you know. Back to friendships. When you look at your friendships or your friends, I don't want to say who initiates the conversation. Like I said, to me, it honestly doesn't matter. But how often do you chat online? How often do you meet up? How long? Like the duration of time when you meet up, how long is it? Do you ever have deep conversations or serious conversations with your friends? Like, you know, those ones where you talk about life goals and you express how you think you don't want to ever have kids in your life, or history, something that triggers you, and those little things. Do you ever talk about such things with your friends? Do you support your friends emotionally? Do they support you back emotionally, like when you're going through stuff? I only realized last year, unfortunately it was too late for me, because most of my friends had already buried their loved ones when I realized this. But I was watching Housewives of Durban, and Ayanda was expressing how sad it was that after the funeral, her brothers were greeting their friends and stuff like that, and she like absolutely had no one. to hug or greet or someone to comfort her besides her family. And you know, when there's a funeral go or something, there's no time for you to be supporting like each other and comforting each other. There's work to do, you're always busy. So when your friends come around, those mini hugs, they mean the world. And I realized then, oh shucks, after all these years that I've said, I've probably attended 3 funerals in my life, I could have been there for my friends. But like I said, most of them, when these things happened, we were not close to that level, because some of my friends, I didn't even know that their parents passed away until we got closer, and I realized that it was during the season when we had already known each other, just we were not that close. And I want to apologize to the friends who've been to hospitals and I never came to see them. I didn't come support you when you had a family crisis and you were going through tough times. Like, now I understand how deep emotional support is when it comes to friendships. And I've told myself that if it means me sleeping over at your place and crying with like my friends all night, peeling, preparing for the funeral, preparing for a baby shower, whatever it might be that matters to them, I will try to be there. The last and like furthermost question that you should ask yourself about the friendships, do you trust each other? Are you honest with each other now as friends? Are you gonna let your friend go out there with eyebrows that don't look the same? Or are you gonna tell them the truth? Hi, Chomi, today, buy these today, like, Or are you just gonna keep it to yourself? I'm a girl. I don't think I'm a fashionista. I don't even like dressing up, but I know most fashion rules. Like, when you see your friend wearing things that do not coordinate with each other, whether it's through patterns or colors, are you gonna tell them? Or are you gonna be the sneaky who keeps quiet and let them walk out of the door looking like that? But it's not just for the surface funny things. There's deep things that you need to be honest about. Are you that honest friend who's gonna tell your other friend, Chomi, you are wrong for cheating on him? Or yeah, that friend who's like condoning bad behavior, condoning and letting your friends be comfortable telling you about how like, are you that friend who's gonna keep quiet even though you hear this guy raped another person? Are you gonna keep quiet and be a supportive friend, or are you gonna tell them the truth on how these matters look? I don't know. I mean, after all, it's all up to you and the type of friendships you have, because friendships are not the same. There's acquaintances, there's friends, there's close friends, there's best friends, and there's the ones we call our families. So, I don't know, maybe it differs. I didn't have friends, or a lot of friends growing up, so I don't know. Anyway, let's hear your views about adult friendships on the comment section. You can like this video if you wanna, subscribe if you can. That's all from me today.
Bye.